So I wrote this poem. Griffin and I actually had a roommate previously in a previous house during the pandemic named M, and she gave me this book when she left for Minnesota called The Illustrated Man by Ray Bradbury. And it was a series of short stories, and I was just reading one of them about a mariner, like a space mariner, whose ship blows apart and is lost and floats away, and all the people in his crew floats away. And I was kind of inspired by this, and I wanted to give him more of a backstory and some closure to his journey. So, without further ado, here is Tears. We good? Okay. He had wanted something for years. Now that the ship had gone and brain and body floated untethered in the cold dark, he would bask in his fantasies. To press flesh to teeth, break open both fists on the coward's chin and tear. Blood, roping and viscous, pulled against powerful forces, up, in vicious arcs and down like red tears onto the earth. That sweet earth, how he missed gravity's pull, to feel its soft fingers press him down, a weighted blanket of air to cushion his soul and cage its wanderlust. He wished he had stayed in its suffocating embrace. How little he knew its comforts until they were gone. But now he is spiraling away, too far from the bottle now to shift the guilt, to blame spirals on behavior and not now nature. Away he spins, his bones pitch and yaw while his flesh stretch into steel. And as they grind in their dilation and contraction, his own blood whipped tip to toe like water in a bathtub, or the ballast of a sinking ship. He screams. The sound waves find purchase in the vacuum. His body, a rigid vessel in a vacuous sea, is his new ship now, and his last torment. You are trapped now with your thoughts, with nowhere to hide them. What were you thinking? Recall now the echoes of your discontent. What did they bring you? You have nothing but the empty, vast space and endless time to let them consume you. Each rotation brings him from earth to the black. With each cycle, his nerves freeze, roots calcifying against the black soil of the void, numbing him. And just when he fears he is driftwood, forever hurtling towards some heavenly engine, some rocky shore, or perhaps some even darker abyss. Then he drifts, this time with purpose of motion, to the Polaroid wedged in the sill of his visor, from the ramshackle house to the driveway to the lawn, past the bastard with coal eyes, past the woman in pearls, those pearls as cold as the sun's far away, lending a pittance of light and withholding their heat. Tape torn, frayed edges, and worn like him. It heals his rage, a scabbing that soothes. His eyes focus to the small frame, a vivid memory, the open eyes. Ballet shoes, a sabotage on the stairs. His tailbone aches and a smile appears. Food smeared in her cheeks and hair. His laughter bubbles even without air. Her pitiful wave that pleaded, and now all that comes are tears. A chirping laugh follows a choking cry, and his descent is interrupted. He muses, lip curls, and bites into his bitterness. He tastes his sorrow, and somehow it's sweet, even without she ever knowing it matters. Love would be his legacy. His last thought would not be frothing, but fawning, focusing on her. He banishes rage to the farthest corners of the suit. It's straining against the weight of it all, its sheer volume. The smile creaks open, a forceful gesture amidst his misery. Out of harmony with his still torpid flesh, little quivering mirrors float before him, distorting his furrowed brow, the punishing grimace, the flared nostrils and sunken eyes, or a lens, forcing he finally face it, the demon he had become. Breathing deep in the black, like defying the word of God, which eases him, he softens, slowly unclenching himself. And sobbing in concert to his motion, he curls into memories of fatherhood, warm and deep, and drifts into oblivion.